BTFC 4, Weston Super Mare 2. Mark, a weird game today.
Yeah, I think it was the first half was an odd one because we set up in a way that with three in the middle at home, two defensive midfielders, two holding midfielders, and I was sort of scratching my head a bit thinking, I'm not sure why we need to play this defensive at home. But then as the game sort of panned out, you could see that that was purely tactical to do that because they were actually a really good team. They got it down, played nice football, quick football. But at the end of the day, we stopped them from creating anything in the first half, and they were resorting to playing sideways, backwards. As much as they were like nice on the ball, they didn't really create anything. And we did a really good job of them. The second half, we did take them to part pieces at times, and it showed when we got rid of the third man in midfield, went two in midfield. That's when they got back into the game a little bit, and they scored their two goals after that. And I think the three in the middle, it showed how actually it's actually a really good tactical decision to start like that, because the minute you let them have a bit more time on the ball and they had a little bit more in the middle of the park, they really did create a couple of good chances. So yeah, I thought they were actually a good team, and I don't know why they're struggling. Perhaps defensively they were a bit weak. They conceded some sloppy goals. The first one was sloppy, the third one was sloppy, so maybe that's their problem. But yeah, I'm happy with that result.
Obviously, we're still unbeaten, and I think we've played 5 games now.
Yeah.
Obviously, I always don't look at the table till 10 games, but do you think we now need to look more at the table because it's more of a reflection of where we're going to be after 5 games?
Well, yeah, I'd still give it, like you said, 10, 15 games. But I think this league's very, very competitive. I think anyone can beat anyone, to be honest. There might be a group of teams that you can see that are struggling already, but apart from that, people are picking up points off of everyone all over the place. So there seems to be a group of 7 teams at the top at the moment that are sort of up there, and we've played 3 of them already. So I think that's a good indication so far. That's all we can take from it so far, that I think we're going to be very competitive in this league, and we're going to be a strong team, which you would expect, but so far so good.
Now, I don't like to criticise players, but for me there was somebody in the team today that isn't hungry enough for me, Adam Coombs.
I think he's been playing out position. I don't think he's a winger, but he might not have the same. When you see Deering today, Deering was getting back, tracking the winger all day long. He did it, and you didn't really appreciate it until he went off and they scored the 2 goals because of that reason, because we didn't really have that same tracking back, and the effort level dropped a little bit, I think, when he went off, and that was a bit sloppy at that time. But I don't think you can judge him after 5 games, and I think he has been playing out of position. But some players just have that about them, I think. And not everyone's exactly they don't play to the same sort of energy levels, and he does look at it slightly, like, I do agree, doesn't look like he's putting the same effort as some of the others, but I'm not criticising for that. It's some of the best players can be like that. It's just trying to fit into your team and work around the player, because he's clearly got a lot of talent, but I'd like to see him up front.
You say he's got a lot of talent, but he ain't really showing it right now, is he?
No, he's not showing it right now, but he's got pedigree from his played Conference South before. He's got 20 odd goals in the Conference South, but I don't think you can dig him out too early, too soon. I think it's still early days, and it's still early days. So I think you give him a bit of time, and he's still got gel in the team, isn't he? He's not played with this team. We signed him mid-pre-season, didn't have the full pre-season. Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but I personally agree with you. I do like to see a player, if you're struggling in the game, you're not in the game all the time. The least, if you're working hard and you're getting back, tracking your man, doing them sort of small jobs, that really does mean a lot to fans as well.
I'm probably being a bit harsh, because with Adam in pre-season, he did look like he was going to be a really good player. Do you think it's a system that he has to adjust to, because at Welling it's slightly different systems both teams play here?
Yeah, exactly. Even on Tuesday against Welling, I thought he did a really good job. Again, he was on that left-hand side, but he won us the free kick for the second goal. And I personally thought on Tuesday he looked slightly different to he was today. I think today he did drift out of the game a bit. On Tuesday I thought he played well, so we'll just see how it goes really. But I personally would like to see Alfie Potter in the team with Modeste on either wing and Deering in the middle, and then I think that'll be a pretty mustard front line. Again, I think Mo's really unfortunate not to be in the team. He come on and done brilliant again. Wouldn't mind seeing him start on that left hand side either. We've got so many options. We've got 2 players, left wingers that aren't even in the squad, so we'll see how we go. But yeah, 13 points from 15, you can't really argue at all.
For me, there's 3 bright sparks from this season so far. Joe Kizzy, Jake Robinson, of course. And even though he's on the bench most of the time, for me, he shouldn't be. He should be in the team over Adam Coombs, Emmanuel Moses.
Yeah, I agree. Kizzy's been again, he was a beast. He's an incredible player. Like he looked good last year, but you see now how good he actually is. He's a man of the match for me again today. He's absolute class, and fair play to him, because last season he was being played in a 3 that he wasn't used to, and now he's playing in a 4. And I still don't think he's a right back, to be honest. I still think he's probably a centre back, and he's been playing there more in his career as a centre back than a right back. But he's doing a phenomenal job there, and hopefully it will continue, because he's been class. And the other 2, like I said, Jake, 8 goals in 5 games. We all knew that Jake was going to score goals in his league. And the other one, you said, Moses, come off the bench twice, scored twice, so he's got to be knocking on the door to get a start.
All right, thanks, Mark.
No worries, mate.